Hi everyone, what's up? In today's video, I'm going to talk about ADHD or Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. Whoa, it's a mouthful, ain't it? So what is ADHD? It is something that kids get diagnosed with. What are the major symptoms that psychiatrists and psychologists use to find a particular kid has ADHD? Let me tell you what all it are. Not being able to pay attention in class, fidgeting in class, highly irritable, being aggressive, not focusing on what the teachers are saying, forgetting things that are being taught, not doing homework, and so on. You know what I feel is that all these symptoms are just the natural way how a kid is supposed to be. A kid is not supposed to pay attention to algebraic equations and all the chemistry and physics equations. He is supposed to be with nature, to play, to make fun, to fight with others. That's how we love kids, right? You know, when we see a small kid, we love a kid who runs around and breaks things. It's not that we like a kid who stands simply like this and just sits without talking or without saying anything. No, that's not how kids are supposed to be. They're supposed to be impulsive, they're supposed to be a bit aggressive and all. Does that mean they have a problem with their brain? Does that mean they have ADHD? One of the major things that get a kid diagnosed with ADHD is not listening to a teacher in class or a lecturer in class. You know, most professors, lecturers and teachers have a particular idea of how a kid should be. For them, the ideal kid is one who sits in class with full-on attention, writes all the notes, goes home, does homework, reaches back school on time, ding, ding, ding. That's what they want a kid to be. But, you know, except for a few kids who sit on the front bench, none of us are like that. We throw rockets, we exchange chits, we copy in exams. We make a lot of fun and fuss. That is what makes, school and colleges joyful for us. But now they want all of us and all of our kids to fit in a mold. And if any one of us gets out of the mold, we are diagnosed with a psychiatric condition and given toxic drugs. Now I also agree that some kids are more impulsive, a lot more aggressive than a kind of a standard we have established. I am not for establishing standards. I do not believe there should be a standard for how kids should be, but we realize that certain kids are very violent or very aggressive. Now you need to understand the way we are living in our society now. Earlier we used to have big combined families of grandparents, cousins and whatnot, but today a modern family comprises of just a mom, a dad and a small kid. It's a very nuclear family. And most of these parents are working 24 hours and they leave the care of their kids to housemates, nannies and so on. They provide their kids with the best TV, with the best PlayStation, with the best clothes, with the best food. But the main thing, the one important thing that they forget is to give love, to be in the presence of their child. These children are growing up without their parents. Some are facing abuse, some are facing bullying, and they do not know what love is or how they are supposed to be. They never receive any kind of guidance from their parents, and this aggressiveness is multiplied, and that is what they show in their schools and classes. They show this want and need of love as aggressiveness to other kids and the teachers. Now you need to understand, if you put the same kids with the so-called ADHD and attention problems of focusing on studies, if you put them out on a football field or a basketball court, they will be able to play it with so much focus, so much attention that you will be dumbstruck. So do they actually have an attention problem? No, they do not have an attention problem. They have the absence of love and care in their life. And some are just being kids. You will be quite surprised to know that most of the kids who are diagnosed with ADHD are boys. That is, boys get diagnosed with ADHD more than ladies or girls. Why is that? Because in almost all culture, men are supposed to be more open, more aggressive, more in touch with nature. And ironically, this becomes defense. This becomes a sign of defense to kids and to other adults. For girls, they are brought up in a more submissive manner. They are told that you need to show more feminine characteristics. Hence, they become more submissive, and this translates as paying more attention. If you notice, there are only a few girls who will be very aggressive in class. Most of the girls will be sitting in class and listening to the teachers and writing their notes. Whereas on the other hand, we'll see boys running around, talking nonsense, swearing and cussing. So does that mean there is either a problem with the girls or the boys? No, it is just the natural way they are brought up. That is how culture has brought them up. I'm not saying there's a particular right or wrong, but what I'm saying is, however your kid is, diagnosing them with ADHD and giving them a drug is very inhuman. You know, the major psychiatric drug given for kids with ADHD, it is known as Ritalin. The FDA has categorized it along with morphine and cocaine. Yes, morphine and cocaine, a drug that causes so much damage to your system. That is the same thing that you are giving to your small kids. Okay, now let me take an example of a very well-known celebrity. If you are football fans, all of you must know Zlatan Ibrahimovic, right? He's a wonderful player, a superb player, so aggressive. We love his passion for the game. You know, I love him, and I'm not a big football fan, but somehow I love watching his games. I read a lot of autobiography books of sports persons, so I picked up this book of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So in the section of his childhood, in his school, he was very aggressive. He used to fidget, he used to run around, he used to make big time problems for his teachers. So what his teachers and the principal of the school did was, they arranged a special psychologist, a special teacher for a kid, Zlatan, with special needs. They made him sit with a special teacher. And Zlatan writes in his autobiography, whatever I used to do, this person used to observe me and note it all down in a book. Okay, and finally what that teacher did, she said that this is a kid with major problems and mental health issues and he needs a psychiatric diagnosis. He has total attention problems. But Zlatan's father did not stand up for all such nonsense. He went to the school, fired all the teachers and the principal and told them, if you do anything to my kid of such sort, I'll thrash you up. And that scared all those teachers, and they put Zlatan again in his class along with all the other kids. And now we know what he has become. He has become a legend. He is someone that millions of people all around the world admire and aspire to be. But just imagine if his father had not taken that step of standing up to this nonsense, Zlatan would be somewhere in some home or a mental health institute taking this drug with most of his body and mind damaged. So what I am saying is, let your children grow, give them education, but our present education, it is basically to fill a career, to have a presence in society, to gain comforts. But that's not how education should be. It is supposed to instill the love for knowledge. When you have a love for things, when you do things naturally, you become more capable in life. And we want more capable people out in society, not people with degrees with 90% or 95%. It's good if you get 95% and all, but you should be capable. So let's have capable kids. Let us allow kids to grow rather than putting our hopes and our dreams upon them. Maybe you are an engineer, or maybe you are a doctor. That doesn't mean your kid needs to be a doctor or an engineer. Maybe he loves to be an artist. Maybe he loves to be an auto rickshaw driver. Let him be that. Let him enjoy that. Let him be happy. Let happiness come from within. Let that blissfulness come from within so that he enjoys life. Isn't that what we all want? So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it and found something informative. So do subscribe to my channel. Do give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to click the bell icon so that you get the notifications immediately. I love you guys and you guys are awesome. So take care and bye.